There are countless folk games played around the world. Each with their own unique rules and cultural significance. While it's difficult to narrow down the best folk games, here are 10 popular games from different regions. Along with a brief description of their rules and details. 1. Kabaddi. A popular game in South Asia, Kabaddi is a contact sport played between two teams of 7 players each. The objective of the game is for a player to cross the opponent team's half and tag as many defenders as possible, without taking a breath. If the player gets tagged, they are out, and the opposing team scores a point. 2. Holi. Celebrated in India and Nepal. Holi is a festival of colors where people throw colored powder and water on each other. It symbolizes the triumph of good over evil and is usually celebrated in the spring. 3. Sepak Takraw. Also known as kick volleyball, Sepak Takraw is played in Southeast Asia. 2 teams of 3 players each use their feet, knees, chest, and head to keep a rattan ball in the air and over a net, without using their hands. The team that wins the best of 3 sets wins the game. 4. Tafel games. A group of Viking board games, Tafel games were played in medieval Scandinavia. The most popular variation, Hnefatafl, is a strategy game where one player controls a king and his defenders, while the other controls an attacking force. The goal is for the king to escape capture or for the attackers to capture the king. 5. Mancala. Originating in Africa, Mancala is a family of board games played across the continent and beyond. Players take turns moving small stones or seeds around a board with shallow pits, trying to capture as many of their opponent's pieces as possible. 6. Chunky. A Native American game played by tribes across North America, Chunky involves rolling a stone disc across the ground and throwing spears at it. The goal is for players to get their spear closest to the disc before it comes to a stop. 7. Ulama. A pre-Columbian ballgame played in Mesoamerica, Ulama involves hitting a rubber ball through a hoop using only the player's hips. The game has religious and cultural significance and was often played as part of religious ceremonies. 8. El Rana. A popular game in Peru, El Rana involves throwing metal coins at a frog-shaped target. The target has different point values depending on where the coin lands, and players take turns throwing until all coins have been used. 9. Bocce. A game played in Italy and beyond, Bocce involves rolling balls towards a smaller target ball. Players take turns trying to get their balls closest to the target, and the team with the most balls closest to the target at the end of a round scores a point. 10. Tug of war. A game played around the world, tug of war involves 2 teams pulling on opposite ends of a rope, trying to pull the other team across a line in the middle. The team that pulls the other across the line wins the game. Top 10 PC horror games. There are many excellent horror games available, and opinions on which ones are the top can vary depending on personal preferences. However, here are 10 horror games that have been well received by players and critics alike. 1. Silent Hill 2. 2. Resident Evil 4. 3. Amnesia: The Dark Descent. 4. Dead Space. 5. Outlast. 6. Alien: Isolation. 7. Bloodborne. 8. Until Dawn. 9. The Last of Us. 10. Layers of Fear.